Hi, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? AWO here. I hope you're all doing good on this Sunday afternoon? No, evening, night. Man, did I just say Sunday evening? Oh man, I'm a moron. Welcome to AWO Detracts, episode 18. All right, welcome to the latest episode of AWO Detracts. I'm your host, AWO in order. All right, I'm your host, guys. As you can see, with the attraction Jesterbell. As you can see, I haven't watched this video, so I don't know exactly what she says. The video we're gonna look at. Okay. If you're new to this channel and you see what you like, please subscribe, smash the like button, do all that. Welcome to my channel, guys. I appreciate it. I sent an invite to Blinded. Okay. Get the chat, start cooking. This is the last Sunday of October. Okay? Last Sunday of October. So I hope to see the chat. I got this. I have this goal. 5 super chats of $2 or more. Now, then that means I'll do a super and watch along between now and the end of the year. Okay? So, yeah, super chat me. Hey, Jalen. Jalen's in the house. Saw him on Slav channel the other day. Yesterday or the day before. This video is not a DC video. It's strictly a Marvel video. Let you all know, a Marvel video. Okay. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that. I hope to see Blinded, but Blinded might be busy. I'm not sure if Blinded, he might be busy tonight. I'm not sure. I don't see him on Choni's channel. I don't see him in the chat. Oh, really? Thank you for that. You know what, Jalen? Thank you for that. Now that you mentioned that in the chat, I gotta take a look at that now. I appreciate that. Really, I do. I gotta bring that up. Thank you, cause man, thank you. You know what? Cause I made a John Campia video. I haven't uploaded it yet. I saw Welcome to Derry before this. Oh man, I think I'm gonna enjoy this show. All right, so yeah, okay. I saw Welcome to Derry before I started up the stream. Okay. Well, the first episode, there is DC stuff in it. There's DC Easter eggs in Welcome to Derry first episode. There's Superman. Okay, one of the kids is reading a Detective Batman comics. You gotta remember, it's a product placement. Warner Brothers, right? Welcome Derry, it is Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns DC. Product placement. Okay. And you see that a lot, obviously. Don't worry. It's all product placement. But thank you once again. I gotta check out the Grace on James Gunn and DC. Oh, my weekend's going good. Hunter, Iggy. My weekend's going good. Uh, I don't know where Blinded is. Blinded is. Where is my Degrassi? Where's Degrassi? I don't know where Degrassi is. I know. I know TJ is not here because he's in a different. He's in his buddy's stream, obviously, 56K. But man, let's see. Red was here, but Red will probably join later. Okay. So this is a Marvel video. Okay. Now, okay, I know Brad's seen this. Now, if you know Jesterbell, she's the gift that this girl is giving. She's one of the biggest grifters with her hating on everything. Hating on everything, grifting on everything, bullshitting everything, not getting anything, right? Like, you know how she is, okay? So, we're going to take a look at what she says and see what bullshit she says, okay? That's coming from her mouth. Because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of BS that comes from Jesterbell. Okay? A lot of it. And a lot of it doesn't make sense. Yeah. I like the first episode. It's very scary. The first episode, very scary. Very scary, very frightening. Gory. Very gory too. Yeah, so I just watched it. So I plan to watch the second episode. I did not expect the ending of the first episode to go the way it went. I'm not going to spoil the ending of the first episode, but they make a decision in the first episode that you wouldn't think they would do in a it franchise. And it's a bold idea, a bold decision, and it worked for me. It caught me off guard, shocked me, but I liked the first episode. Okay, man, it's a scary first episode, and I hope it catches on. Now, don't. Just the ending. Oh man, just the ending is crazy, crazy. Okay. It's good. I liked it. I like the first episode. But with Grace, we're gonna talk something different. Okay. Very different. Okay. So we're gonna bring up Jesterbell. Grace, we'll take a look at her at a different time, but we're gonna take a look at Jesterbell. You know, but okay, so yeah, so this is about Marvel is finding and banning new characters no one liked. Well, is that true? Well, let's see what character she's talking about.
Email Frodo Baggins is back, and I just got back from a long trip to continue providing content for you. And when I came back, one of my lights blew out, and so it might be a bit darker than it was before.
Okay, here we go.
A moment of silence for my light. But we will survive.
Really? A moment of silence for a light going out? That is weird. Okay, that is strangely weird. Okay, a moment of silence for a light going out. No, no, that is fucked up. No. But since she moved on, obviously. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna continue in a second.
Because I might finally have some good news for you today.
You
in
might?
the endless deluge of stuff there is to cover. It seems that after all the videos that I did complaining about Marvel's new characters that no one liked, that they kept pushing relentlessly over the years, and frankly, this has been going back all the way to the mid-2010s, back when these characters like Riri Williams, Miss Marvel were first introduced in the comics, and Carol Danvers was switched from Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel, and they started pushing her relentlessly, and we just got like the tail end of that this year with shows like Ironheart and Marvel Zombies being a Kamala Khan fest. And I've just been saying again and again and again, you need to move away from these characters that no one likes.
Well, first of all, Miss Marvel, the comic book character, is very popular. Miss Marvel has a really weird fan base. Okay. Where is Blinded, by the way? Where are you, Blinded? Okay.
That's what I like the Marvel Zombies version on Marvel Rivals better than I did the show, because you can actually focus on the characters that you like with it. Partially.
It's a fucking video game.
That's part of the reason. It's also a fun mode. Anyway, just saying for so long that they need to get rid of the characters that no one likes for this to even remotely start to feel like the Marvel Universe again, because, you know, the first step...
Where is your proof that nobody likes these characters?
For me, liking a Marvel project is it actually having what I would consider the actual Marvel characters, not these new ones that were created for the specific reason of adding to the Disney Marvel lore, which is what the entire reason why characters like Riri Williams and Miss Marvel were created, and the entire reason why certain characters like She-Hulk and Carol Danvers were changed to fit into this new Marvel universe. But it appears...
Oh my god. Have you noticed she only mentions the women characters? The women characters? First, okay. Miss Marvel, highly popular character, okay? Highly popular character in the comics. I mean, I don't like the MCU version of Miss Marvel. I really don't. I find it really annoying. But I can't deny how popular the character is. Okay? Captain Marvel, which was Miss Marvel, she was still popular in a way, okay? You just don't like Captain Marvel because it's Brie Larson. Be honest. Be honest. It's because it's Brie Larson, right? It's Brie Larson, right? Brie Larson. Come out and say it because it's Brie Larson. It's Brie Larson. Come out. And Riri Williams? Her show actually was pretty good. Surprisingly, pretty good. The
Here's
She-Hulk? Yeah, the She-Hulk finale was a letdown. Was actually the best show, but She-Hulk was a popular character. She-Hulk always was a popular character in Marvel. People loved She-Hulk character in Marvel, so they were happy when She-Hulk was coming live action. Okay.
that it's
And Marvel Studios did not listen to you, okay? Marvel Studios did not listen to you. In fact, they probably fucking laugh at people like you. Why would they listen to you? You, Jesterbell, you shit on Pedro Pascal all the time. You make videos on Pedro Pascal all the time. Why would they listen to somebody like you? Okay? You have some weird fascination with Pedro Pascal. Why would Marvel listen to somebody like you? You're not credible. Okay? Hell, why would Marvel listen to somebody like me? I'm okay. Okay. You attack actors and actresses all the time. You get personal with them. You don't debate their talent, okay? You don't criticize how they did in this film or movie or this film, this show, whatever. You criticize them personally. You go after Pedro Pascal. What you do to Pedro Pascal is not constructive criticism. You attack his sexuality, his anxiousness, his awkwardness all the time. You get personal with them, okay? You make this all personal, and that's why they don't listen to you. Look, man, you know this, right? Guys, she makes a lot of videos on Pedro Pascal leading up to the Fantastic Four. I think you definitely pass off your insecurities towards Marvel. Okay? Even okay.
possible. It's possible that Marvel is
Let's see, guys, if she wants to mention one male in this video, right? So far, she hasn't mentioned any male character.
finally abandoning those characters and that we won't be getting any more of them. Now,
how does she know this? How does she possibly know we're not getting any more of them? How does she know this? Guys, how does she know this, guys? Does she have sources? Let's see how she explains this.
hear me out. Now, part of this is coming from rumor, but I do have some official talk from the Marvel Studios people that backs it up and some speculation on what is going to happen. Now, first of all, what is the rumor that I'm going to talk about? And when I judge...
Okay. Show me, okay? Okay. When you talk... Here, guys. Show us the rumor. You said, yeah, it's from Marvel Studios. They said this. Yeah, well, I can say Marvel Studios. I can say this, guys, you listen to viewers. Marvel Studios said Ghostwire's been cast. Where's the proof? Where's the proof that Ghostwire's been cast? I have to show you the proof Ghostwire's been cast. I can't just say it. It could be bullshit, right? You can't, right? You have to show proof.
What is rumors? There's two things that I look at. One, what is the track record of the source? And two, is there any other information that from a more official source that collaborates?
Who is the source, right? Who's the source? She's right.
With it.
She's right.
So, that's what we've got. So here is the source. This is a rumor that comes from Nerdrotic, actually.
Neurotic! 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 source? Oh my God, Narok doesn't have any sources within Marvel Studios or anything. Oh my God. No, she's not. She's lying. She's not. She's lying to you. Neurotic is lying to you, Jesterbell. Neurotic. There's a credibility. Credibility. If you use neurotic as a source, you have that's not credible. Neurotic is not credible. All right.
Now, why would I be trusting Nerdrotic when it comes to Marvel news and what's going on behind the scenes? Well, I'm pretty sure he actually knows someone who works at Marvel. Like, that is where the initial rumors that the Punisher and the Hulk were going to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day, those were rumors that had been leaked out by Nerdrotic for months in advance, and then they came out to be true. So I wasn't...
Okay. No. No. No.
I'm actually surprised when they announced that Punisher was going to be in Brand New Day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Nerdrotic actually knows someone who works at Marvel, and there's been a lot of accurate information from there, and that is why I would give...
Who is the source? Who's the Neurotic source? Okay, if Neurotic's your source, who's Neurotic's source? Okay? Who's Neurotic's source? Okay? No.
Some credit to this rumor. Also, it just sounds likely. Now, the rumor was pertaining to the characters that are going to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday and the trailer, which there was a leak about the trailer that it might, that it's been finished and that it might play in front of Avatar Fire and Ash, which everyone's just been speculating.
Yeah, that's a rumor. That's a rumor. Here's the thing. It is a rumor that it might be playing in front of Avatar Fire and Ash. I'm sure, Harvey. I'm sure they're gonna have their differences. They are gonna team up. I'm sure they're gonna have their differences. If they get, because like it depends who they're taking on. They're gonna have their differences. They're definitely gonna have differences of opinion and stuff. But they're definitely gonna have the morals are gonna be different. But yeah, there is a rumor about Fire and Ash that the Avengers Doomsday is going to drop before Avatar Fire and Ash. As a rumor, as a true rumor, they did not come from Neurotic or any of them. That's a true rumor. That is a true rumor. Okay. I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe it is a rumor true. I'll tell you why. I do think because Spider-Man comes before that. So I think we're going to get a Spider-Man trailer before the Avengers Doomsday trailer. And Spider-Man obviously is a Sony Marvel Studios production, but it still comes out before Avengers Doomsday. So I don't think we're going to get Avengers Doomsday trailer at Avatar Fire and Ash. I don't. Just because Spider-Man comes. Hey, if Avengers Doomsday stuck to this May date, the May date, yeah, there's a possibility, a strong possibility. Yeah, I can see that. I don't think so this time. I don't think it's gonna come out between Fire and Ash. And I mean, it'll be if it's coming out before Spider-Man, it's not a dumb idea to release it between Avatar Fire and Ash, because Avatar Fire and Ash will be a lot of people are going to see it. I mean, it's going to do well. A lot of people are going to see it just because it's Avatar. So it'll have a huge audience of seeing the trailer if it drops. I just don't see it because of where the the Marvel movies, how they're scheduled. Spider-Man's first, then Avengers Doomsday.
But along this rumor, there was the news that Captain Marvel is not going to appear in the film, and that She-Hulk is not going to appear in the film, nor Ironheart, and that in fact, none of the Disney Plus show characters are going to be appearing in the film. In other words, meaning that if you haven't appeared in a movie already, then you are not going to be appearing in the film. Now, why would I believe that?
Well, here's the thing. We already got some characters from the shows and films. Wyatt Russell's John Walker, U.S. agent. Hailee Steinfeld made an appearance in the end of the Marvels. What's her name? Miss Marvel already appeared in film. Proton, Monica Rambeau. Scarlet Witch is not going to save the day in Secret Wars. I think she'll come back. It's going to most likely be... I think it's going to be Reed Richards. Because it's a connection to Doom. I think Reed Richards is going to figure out how to make everything work. I mean, they have to do Reed Richards and Doom. They have to know each other, right? Mr. Fantastic and Reed Richards and Dr. Doom. Okay. Because they're gonna probably in Secret Wars, they're probably gonna find some way to create one universe, and that's probably gonna be the smartest Marvel characters like Doctor Strange, Bruce Banner's Hulk, obviously Reed Richards, characters like that. Be up to them to figure how to create one universe. I think it's going to happen at Secret Wars. It's going to be one universe. I got to see something real quick. Oh, by the way, the Avengers is actually, they're actually taking a break. They have they said they have concluded filming. They said that, but they're going back to working on it again in January of next year. Not really done. It works on other things. They can shoot scenes with different characters that end up in the movie, may end up in the movie that haven't been announced, things like that. So they're not really done. So we don't really know what characters are going to be in it. Okay, there might the chair thing. It's a possibility that not everybody that's in the movie was part of that chair thing. They want to keep some few surprises. Marvel likes to do the surprise stuff. Remember that. Marvel likes to keep people shocked at times, right? They like to surprise people.
This could be true. Well, interestingly enough, a day later after this rumor came out, there was an interview with Brie Larson and Jeremy Renner where she asked him if he was going to be in Doomsday, and he said, "No, are you?" And they just kind of laughed it off. Now, here's why I think that it is that this rumor is most likely true.
No, first of all, yeah, of course Scarlet Witch could be a secret, man. Look. They're not going to announce. Here's the thing. Based on the end of Multiverse of Madness, right, the assumption she's dead. They're not going to announce that Elizabeth Olsen is coming back as Scarlet Witch. They're not going to make that publicly. It's going to be, if she does come back, it's going to be a shocking surprise moment. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about this quilt. Like, I don't know if Jeremy Renner is going to be in it. I have a feeling Brie Larson is not going to be in it. But Jeremy Renner, I don't know. But no, are you? It sounds like he's joking, right? When he says that, no, are you? When it sounds like he's joking, that's because actors sometimes are not allowed to say if they're in it or not in movies and stuff. They have to keep that secret. Because there's certain times in certain place where not every casting is public. For shock value, for whatever. Okay? So every Marvel actor that's not officially cast for Avengers Doomsday probably has been asked, are you in it or not? And they're not allowed to say. Because They kind of have an NDA. And it says under contract that they signed for this movie. They're not allowed to say they're in it. They have to wait for the official announcement. Remember, Marvel Studios did official cast announcement. Actors are not allowed to say they're in it or not. Okay. Cameos. The thing about Secret Wars of Doomsday, Secret Wars might have tons of cameos. Tons. I do think cameos tend to take away from the overall plot, but we'll see.
With the part about Captain Marvel, I don't think on either end that either of them, Brie Larson or Disney, want that character to return. Brie Larson, it did not turn into the big role that she thought it was going to be, but she did wind up getting more work elsewhere. Her character, though, there is no fan base for.
I mean, she is an Oscar award-winning actress. I'm sure she's going to get work everywhere else. I mean, you win the for Best Actress, you're a hot commodity. Right?
It, and it's kind of just become the poster child of everything wrong with strong female characters in the last 10 years. Like any video that talks about, what not to do when creating a female character, a strong female character, Captain Marvel will probably be on that thumbnail. Like that's all she's become. She's become an icon for badly written strong female characters. Once again, no fan base behind her, has not raised her profile at all. She doesn't have a comic series anymore, and the ones that she did get trying to push her character did not sell.
I don't know if you know this, Jesterbell, but Marvel, MCU, the success of MCU has never translated to comics. Well, the thing is, Harvey, I think James Gunn hyped it up to a point where people expected almost a level of like a Lex Luthor cameo, like he made in the 6th episode. Because James Gunn tends to do that at times, tends to overhype, tends to generate too much interest, try to get people's expectations too high, and when it doesn't happen, he lets people feel betrayed, hurt. The problem is with people, with fans, is that they expect too much. And Marvel DC has become a cameo corn thing as of late.
And so it just seems like they would be more than content to let this character go. And because Brie Larson isn't getting any benefits from it for her career, she only got hate for the character. And Disney,
Brie Larson doesn't have to worry about Marvel. Her career is just fine, okay? Brie Larson just is starring in the movie, okay? So, yeah, she's just... I think, let me see. She's starring in this movie called Close Personal Friends. I don't know what this is. Who is Amazon? Okay. I don't know. Directed by yeah, she's ended up being a comedy movie. She's coming up in a comedy movie. I want to see. I think she might be up in another movie too. Let me see. IMDb. Untitled, Brie Larson, Spy Thriller, a TV series, and Cry Wolf. What is this? Okay, Cry Wolf. Don't know what that is. So she has 2 TV series and a movie coming up. She's fine. Actually, they can. They can pick and choose what they want. Joker does through Joker. That's an Elseworld story. It has no relation to the DCU because there's no connection between that character and Batman in those 2 movies. And nobody wants that. Okay. They can pick and choose what they want. Okay. Warner Bros. Has the right. Because they own it, so they can pick and choose what they want.
There's just no reason. There's no way that character is going to be profitable for them going on in this film. And they already tried to mask her up.
Okay.
With a limited role in Avengers Endgame and the Marvels switching from a Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, but that's not. But that's Elseworld. You gotta understand that's Elseworld. That's Elseworld story, and those movies flop. They're not gonna use that in the DCU. Okay. Okay. Why? And we already set leaks of Clayface already mentioned the Joker, because I seen a set leaks of Clayface mentioning the Joker. Okay. Joker's amusement mile. Okay. Now you all know. Now you all know. I seen them. I think I made a video on it a couple months ago about those set leaks. Those set leaks. The Jokers. I don't know how long. Oh, here's Degrassi. This show is scary as fuck. Okay. Derry is scary. You know what? I think Andy Muschietti should stick to horror. I think get him off. You know what? He's better at horror. I think he's better at horror than the action stuff. That's what I think. That's what I think. He's better at horror than the action. Harvey. We have Paris's Batman's Joker is Barry Keoghan. We already seen at the end of the Batman, the first Batman. That's the Joker. He is sticking to horror. Like, he is better at horror.
To the Marvels. So I don't think that Disney wants to use that character anymore. It doesn't mean that maybe Carol Danvers herself might appear in other things, like from a different casting or something in the far future. But I think that the Brie Larson Captain
Marvel. 5 minutes, 6 minutes in, you haven't mentioned one male. And he used neurotic as a source. Come on. And not even mentioned one male either. One male character. Okay? Where's are you gonna mention Pedro Pascal?
Marvel that they've been pushing and that they built up for a decade leading up to her movie, and then this was the result. I think that character is done. I don't even think that she's going to come back in Secret Wars because there is just no benefit to that.
She's coming back in Secret Wars. I think Captain Marvel's coming back to Secret Wars. No, he's not. What are you talking about? You think Harvey, the Joker has not the Joaquin Phoenix's Joker has nothing to do with DCU. It's Elseworld and it's over with. Over with. Nobody likes that Joker from that second movie. They botched the Joker in the second movie. They ruined the character. They did all wrong. And Todd Phillips, you could tell Todd Phillips didn't really want to do it. That movie. Okay? It's okay. And I think Warner Bros. Is glad it's over with. Warner Bros. Won that movie. I don't know.
And right now, it is make or break for Marvel. Like, they can't be messing around anymore. They need to get Doomsday to sell. They need to get Secret Wars to sell. If those movies underperform in any way, like if they fall short of $1 billion or just in some way they disappoint, then I don't know.
Jesterbell, not even you believe they're going to fall short of $1 billion. I think you wanted to fall short of $1 billion. But I also think, Jesterbell, I think if it does make over $1 billion, but it doesn't make $2 billion, like the past Avengers movies, I think you're going to say it's a fail too. So I don't think $1 billion. I think you saying $1 billion, if it falls under $1 billion, or is really going to make a difference. Because I know somebody like you say if it doesn't make $2 billion, it'll be a bust. So I don't believe you with this. I don't believe you at all. Multiverse of Madness did not flop. Multiverse of Madness did not flop. Come on. Multiverse of Madness. How much Multiverse of Madness? 800 million? Box office. No. 955 million. Multiverse of Madness. If your barometer is $1 billion for Marvel, for everything Marvel, then everything is going to be a fail. Multiverse of Madness did not destroy the momentum. No, it did not. Multiverse of Madness did not destroy the momentum. Thor made over 700 million. Black Panther 2 made over 800 million. Okay? Guardians made 700, 800 million. Okay? The Marvels didn't. Ant-Man kind of flopped. But then Deadpool and Wolverine made $1.5 billion. Multiverse of Madness did not destroy the momentum at all. 2022, Marvel had a really strong year. Nothing reached $1 billion in 2022, but they all made over 700 million. Not billion is not the benchmark, okay? For Marvel movies, there's only certain movies. For me, that $1 billion is a benchmark for Marvel, okay? That's Spider-Man and that's Avengers, and that's it. Okay, that's it. Maybe X-Men, but that's it. Yeah, okay, that's it. But, okay. What this... This an insane drop. The thing is, if the second weekend had an insane drop, it would not reach 955 million box office rise. Okay, an insane drop. No. Yeah, but he may think that, but he knows Avatar is right. No. People like the Scarlet. Hell, the actress who played Scarlet Witch did not like the Scarlet Witch's portrayal in that movie. Okay? Okay? Man,
know what is going to happen to Marvel Studios and the movies that they make after that. It's not going to be a consistent output anymore. They're not going to know what to do with that brand anymore. They need to get Doomsday and Secret Wars to sell. So there is no more time to mess around on pushing in characters that people don't like. On that note, the notion that we will not be getting any of the Disney Plus characters coming in unless they have already appeared in a film. That also, I believe, is 100% true, and here is why. Kevin Feige has been very consistent and very clear on one thing.
well, let me tell you something. If you hear Elizabeth Olsen talk about Multiverse of Madness, she's been quite honest with that take. Now, she said she was willing to come back as a Scarlet Witch, right? At the Comic-Con, in the latest interview. She was willing to come back. She's willing to come back. But from behind the scenes, she's only willing to come back if Marvel kind of changed the way how they do things, okay? She was not happy with the Scarlet Witch's portrayal and what happened to the Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. She said that she was not happy with the production of the film. To be fair, almost the whole cast was not happy with the film. The production behind the scenes of that film, the whole cast, okay? She said she's willing to come back to the character, but sometimes she's saying the opposite. So I think she's just playing the game. I think, unlike some other actors that was willing to come back to Marvel for anything, she's coming back after serious. Okay? She's not happy with Marvel Studios. She made a Comic-Con. She said she's willing to come back, but guess what? That's in front of a crowd of a few hundred people that got to pay to see her. Okay? What's she gonna say? What's she gonna say in front of a few hundred people? No, I'm not willing to come back. I'm not interested in coming back. Come on. Like, you ever heard that? You ever heard this sports term? Now, Degrassi, you heard this. You heard this. You know that. You know how this works. In free agency, when a player's about to be a free agent, paycheck, exactly. Degrassi's right. But you know how players, right? They're about to be a free agent, right? And the end of the season interviews. Yeah, I want to come back here. I'm interested in coming back here. But they all say that. And then they end up signing with another team. It's about the dough. Okay, it's kind of like negotiating. I want to come back to this team. 10 days later, I'm thankful for this. I'm proud to be okay. LeBron James. I'm gonna be LeBron James. I want to come back to Cleveland. 10 days later, signs with the Lakers. Okay, they all say that shit.
In his interviews that they believe, or they're most willing to admit, that Disney Plus did great damage to Marvel Studios films, that they devalued them, put too much content out at once, and that they want to separate Marvel television.
I think Marvel Studios is making the same mistake again, because they're putting out 3 series next year, and 2 movies. I think they're getting in the presentation, I do think they're making that mistake again. I think this is deja vu from 2021 and maybe 2022. Do think it's kind of a mistake. But I understand why they're doing it, because some of those series from next year are going to be played between Doomsday and Secret Wars. Benedict Cumberbatch, yeah, that too. No one was taking Marvel to flex their acting muscle all the time. They were not acting at all. They're just standing on the mark for a computer to track them to do the rest. Yeah, exactly. And it sucks too because I do think it's hard to play a superhero and a villain, especially a villain. I think it's going to be hard to play a DC villain. I think it's hard to play Joker, Riddler. I do think it's hard to play villains. Well, I'm going to say this. I think it's harder to play a villain, a comic book villain, live action one, than a hero. A hero. Okay? And what I mean, okay? You're doing it for the paycheck. You think Robert Downey Jr. is doing it for the love of the character? Sure, Marvel is the reason he is able to come back. He redeemed himself with coming back with Marvel. It rejuvenated his career. It was the reason why. But, do you see what he's getting for Doomsday and Secret Wars? Does he really need that money? Man, if I wasn't really interested in coming back for Doomsday Secret Wars, but they offer me 50, 60, 70, 80 million to come back, I'm be like, where do I sign up? Okay? No, you hear an actor, when they talk about the best movies they've done in the past, they never talk about a Marvel movie. Never talk about a Marvel movie. They never talk about a Marvel movie. Never. Never. Okay. You think it's going to be an AI nightmare to fuel?
Television from Marvel Studios once more. So they say Vision Quest is confirmed to be the last project that has anything to do with a Marvel movie because they have to wrap up Vision's story and everything that happened with that. But after that,
Well, they have to wrap up the trilogy.
Marvel Television and Marvel theatrical films.
That's the problem, Harvey. I see your point. That's the problem. They don't want comic books. It's not. People don't want to see comic book adaptations like that. Okay. They don't want to see that. Here's the thing. That's not Joker. Okay. People don't want to see Joker like that. Joker is a comic book character. They don't want to see comic books like an artistic art house, independent kind of production. They want, okay. We kind of have something like that. That's the Batman's like that kind of. The way Batman's produced, stuff like that. Batman's kind of like that. The first, there are first. Oh,
those are going to be separate. So it makes perfect sense to me that they would say, okay, Ironheart, She-Hulk, those characters are not going to appear because that would just continue to link the Disney Plus shows with the movies.
Why don't you say fucking Moon Knight? Why are you not saying Moon Knight?
And so I know that there were leaks.
Why are you saying no Moon Knight? Sorry about the commercial.
Stream it on City TV Plus.
City TV Plus. Start your free trial today.
Can I say something? Are the Russos the most overrated directors? Are the Russos the most overrated comic book directors, Degrassi? Because no, I wouldn't say the most overrated comic book directors because they're good at directing comic book movies. But are they the most overrated, top-notch directors that people speak of? Because outside of Marvel, it's not. But superheroes, nobody wants to see a musical superhero movie. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see it. Wicked, sure. Wizard of Oz, original Wizard of Oz movies were musicals. They had song sequences in the movies, fine. But people don't want to see comic book movies as a musical. I would turn that shit off. I'll be like, what? This is going to be a musical? I'll be like, no, I'm not watching this movie. No, nobody wants to see a superhero movie as a musical. Okay? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Comic book movies, people want to see comic book movies for one thing mostly. It's not always about the story, but I think good comic movies have a good story. It's action. Nobody wants to see a comic book movie musical. Nobody wants to, no. And the musical aspect of the Joker 2, okay, was not the problem. Joker 2 was not a success. Joker 2 was not a success. Joker 2 was unanimously, okay, people did not like the movie, okay? It did not even get close to the first movie box office rise. It got critically bombed. Critics didn't like it. Audiences didn't like it. I don't know what you're seeing. Joker 2 was not a success. Okay? I don't know what you're seeing as success, but it wasn't. Oh my god. Okay.
With concept art, with some of these characters like the Young Avengers coming into Avengers Secret Wars. However, that concept art was done a long time ago. Concept art reveals a lot of things that don't actually.
Do you know how much concept art is made? Come on, like, they have hundreds and thousands of concept art.
Make it into the film, and a lot has changed since then. Like,
this doesn't mean anything. That's just for the movie. There's nothing that those lyrics mean nothing for the DCU. Nothing. It was just for the movie. It was just for that movie. Nothing. There's no connection between Joker 2 and the DCU.
Come out and bombed since they did that concept art, and they blamed the bombing of Thunderbolts on it being too attached to Disney Plus. So what I think this means is I think it is highly unlikely that a lot of these characters like Haley Steinfeld, Kate Bishop, I think that, or She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany, I don't think that those characters are.
I think they're gonna put Haley Steinfeld in the movie just because of Sinners. And she's going to be be nominated for Best Actress. So there's a chance Haley Steinfeld, they're going to want her in the movie. Yeah, I think there's a chance they're going to want her in the movie.
Going to appear in Secret Wars either. It makes no sense because that is just continuing to.
Why don't you mention the male movies, male TV shows, male characters like Moon Knight? You haven't mentioned Moon Knight. You haven't mentioned Moon Knight yet.
To things that people would need to watch Disney Plus to have knowledge of. What this means to me is not only are we done with Captain Marvel, but a lot of characters from Disney Plus shows like Ironheart. I think that character is gone. I think that character is done. Like, to my knowledge, she doesn't appear in comics anymore.
Kevin Feige did say Ironheart will be back. He also said Mephisto will be back.
and they're definitely not going to do anything more with her on Disney Plus.
So why don't you only mention Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Ironheart, but you don't and She-Hulk, but you don't mention Moon Knight? Okay, you don't mention Moon Knight. Oh, it's because he's male?
And there's no way to put her in the movie. So I think what this means...
How do you know there's no way to put her in the movie? Are you the ones directing it? Are you the ones writing the movie? How do you know there's no way to put her in the movie? How do you know? You have sources? Do you have information? Do you have what backs you up? Did you see the script? Did you see the screenplay? Were you there at the filming of the movie? The soundstage? The set? How do you know? How do you know?
Is that we are very much done with a ton of these characters that they have been pushing, a ton of these characters that they had put out there to build up.
Why do you say we are pretty much done? Why are you pretty much done? Why are we pretty much done? Why are you saying like we? You don't work in it. You don't work for Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios can say we are done. Not you. Not you. Okay? Why are you saying that?
To be like the new generation of Avengers after the old ones died out, and that after all this time, after they actually downed or they partially downed the comic book industry by pushing these characters and the writers of these characters so hard and not accepting when they failed, I think we are finally done with that era, because I think that it's possible Marvel has finally realized that they cannot keep pushing these characters for the vanity of the people who created them when they're just not working, because this is make or break time. You have to get Doomsday and Secret Wars to be successful or else, essentially. Now, before I go on, I do want to note the little caveat here is the way it was specifically worded here is characters who have not already appeared in a movie are not going to be appearing. So no Disney Plus characters eventually. Of course, characters like...
No, it's no movie characters appearing in Disney Plus shows. That's what it is.
Miss Marvel and Photon, who started on Disney Plus and were already in a movie, The Marvels, and then there were a lot of Disney Plus characters that already appeared in Thunderbolts. That is a big problem, because you still have characters that did not work that were originally linked to Disney Plus, like Falcon's new sidekick, Joaquin Torres, who I have no idea who that character is. He's going to be in Doomsday. The Thunderbolts, the movie that...
No idea what it is. Why don't you go look it up?
That did not sell are going to be in Doomsday, and the Fantastic Four, the new one that did not work with people, and in fact, I don't hear anyone ever talk about the Fantastic Four anymore. They are still going to be in the movie. So they are...
Fantastic Four is not controversial, like your precious Superman.
Still in a pickle, so to speak, because things are changing rapidly. They still made all these plans and put all these characters in these movies under the thought...
You still haven't mentioned Moon Knight.
That they thought that these movies with the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were going to be successful in some way. So you can't say that Marvel is officially getting rid of all of their characters, but it is interesting to think that finally some of them are on the way out. Now, I do wonder how much screen time are characters like the Thunderbolts going to even get in this movie, or Simu Liu Shang-Chi, which they should not have made that decision. I get the pickle that they're in, because they got rid of all the heroes people liked. Apparently, the rumor is they couldn't work out a deal to get Tom Holland's Spider-Man to appear in this movie. I would guarantee that Wolverine is probably going to appear in some capacity. We'll see. But apparently, these are from actual news articles, but there's some contesting over whether or not Deadpool is going to appear in this movie. Like, it seemed like it was going to be a surefire thing after Deadpool and Wolverine, but then he had all the controversy with Blake.
Oh, man. I'm tired of her, man. She doesn't know shit. She doesn't know shit. This woman does not know shit. But Degrassi, you need to take a look at This woman gets on my nerves. I actually have a video coming on my other channel. It's going to be uploaded before I go to sleep. Man, you know, this woman wants Marvel to fail. She claims she doesn't want it to fail. She just wants, finally they're listening. But she wants it to fail, right? Like all of them do. They want it to fail. They want it to fail. Get some views, get some clicks, get some money. Obviously, be the same old shit with grifters, right? She wants it to fail. She's hoping it makes under $1 billion. Okay? Grifters, the one thing I know about grifters, there's a lot of anger and hate in them. And the problem with them, they don't realize it's not the people they're going up against, it's you. It's you. They are the problem. You are the problem. They will not accept that they are the problem, right? They are the problem. They are the problem. They're the problem, right? It's like the world's against me. Is the world really against you, or are you against the world? Okay? That kind of mentality there. It's good to see you there, Grassy, man. Well, Doomsday would not be called Doomsday if it had Kang in it, okay? Doomsday's... And Doctor Doom, people are much more interested in Doctor Doom than Kang. Okay? I'm sorry, but like Doomsday Kang, Doctor Doom Kang, yeah, I think Doctor Doom is the more popular choice. But I'm gonna go. How is it, a minute in? Oh boy, that's short. All right. Actually, let's take a look at something stupid. Really, really stupid. Really, really stupid. That this guy makes me laugh all the time because he's this guy. The grass. I don't know who you know this is. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. Degrassi. I just found this. He's still writing it. Degrassi, look at this. Look at this bullshit guy. This guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, Degrassi. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. Degrassi. This guy. Comic book cast. You might have heard of Degrassi. Hey, Anthony. A comic book cast. This guy makes the worst Marvel rumors, Marvel and DC rumors. He makes I swear, this guy makes a video every not every 5 hours, every 2 or 3 hours about bullshit rumors. So this one just came out, literally. I'm gonna get rid of this banner. But we're gonna watch. And they're very, very short. So Netflix is buying Warner Bros. For the Snyderverse. So this is very short. His videos are 3 minutes. 3 minutes long. Usually 3 or 4 minutes. So this guy, you should see the stuff he says. He's a fucking liar, grifter, no shit. Okay, so let's see what he has to say.
Our play position, where they are going after WB, aka WB Discovery, and all their assets. And
you know
well,
about comic book
reason
cast,
that
guys?
they want to spend almost, $60-70 billion is, of course, to bring back Zack Snyder and restore...
$60-70 billion? Where did he get that number from? Guys, is Warner Brothers worth $60-70 billion? Where the fuck does he get that number from?
Or the Snyderverse. I mean, after all, they only gave him
Just because he went to Snyderverse?
$500 million for the Rebel Moon universe, and they canceled all plans after it tanked. Yeah, this makes sense.
How do you know how much Netflix offered them?
Just so we are all on the same page, after Zack Snyder was booted from... After Zack Snyder...
Oh, I thought you said actor Zack Snyder. He's not... He's stupid, Harvey. Trust me. He doesn't know shit.
Booted from WB and the DC Universe, and the huge campaign to restore the Snyderverse and to support Zack Snyder, Netflix threw $500 million at him to rewrite his magnum opus Star Wars pitch that he said that Disney refused to do because it was like next level good. And that ended up being Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon was announced as a 3-part movie saga that was also going to include multiple video games, comics.
Oh my god, get into it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly, Degrassi. He is exactly that.
Books, spin-offs, including a TV series, and a bunch of other stuff like an anime. Here comes Rebel Moon Part 1. It's awful. But Rebel Moon Part 2 was already in
Oh
development.
my god, waiting a minute and a half and he doesn't even talk about it.
So hey, trudge on through. Part 2 comes out, barely any advertising. They canceled all the other plans. They're not going to do it because it lost them massive amounts of money and the views were even worse.
Oh my
So
god.
now, the snut cult is out there claiming that the whole reason that Netflix is going to spend $50+ billion on acquiring WB Discovery
50 billion?
is because they're going to hand the reins of the entire DC universe over to Zack Snyder to restore the Snyderverse to pull in views. What views? The inflated 1.8 million people that watched the Snyder Cut on its first day? Oh, excuse me, those numbers got revised. It was 173,000. Yeah, they got revised because it was bots and duplicate accounts and households streaming it on like 6 devices because...
Okay. Is there a better video? Excuse me for a sec. A video? Okay. Okay. No, let's see. Yeah, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to show you something, guys. Look at this. Look how many videos he made in 15 hours. 8 videos in 15 hours. 8 videos. Chris Nolan told Wire not to work on DC and Batman films. Elizabeth Olsen addressed the MC feature as the Scarlet Witch. This. 8 videos in 15 hours. And how many videos does he have? 23,000. And when did he start? Okay. Look at this. Look at this. And he doesn't even get good views for 550. For 550. Look at the subs. 550,000 K. And look at the views. Look at the views. That's horrible. If you have 550,000 K, those views are horrible. Really, really bad. That's horrible views. Oh my God. Look at this. It's either 2 things. What's his popper? Okay. Oh, this is... Wow! 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 This is his most popular video, and there's no thumbnail. Jeremy, look at this. 113 million views 2 years ago. Jeremy Renner passes away purportedly. First of all, yes, we know a couple years ago Jeremy Renner was in a very, very serious accident, but there was never a rumor or anything about him passing away. Okay? And he even look at this. Look at this. Look at the thumbnail. Dude, if I knew about this guy 2 years ago, I would have caught out a shit on this. I would have went ballistic on this. Look at this. Milking and lying about Jeremy Renner 2 years ago. 30 million views. And have you noticed? He used to get million views, right? He used to get good views back in the past, right? Good views back in the past, but you could tell over time, right? You could tell over time, he still gets in the thousands, but you could clearly tell people are not buying his bullshit anymore, right? People are not buying his bullshit. That's why he's making 5 to 8 videos a day, because people are not buying his bullshit. If you were making a video back in the day knowing you get over 100,000 views easily, you would not need to make 5 to 10 videos a day. But now, since he's not getting that, because I think he knows that he's not getting what he wants, because I think that most people are majority of people are waking up to this bullshit. That's when you see. I'm gonna say this: when you see a YouTube channel has over 100,000 subs, this guy, in this case, 515,000 subs, and then you see the videos from the beginning where they're getting a lot of views, but you see the videos from the time the beginning, but you see the videos now over time get decrease over time to a point where you're in the thousands and maybe in the hundreds. With a sub count like that, there's possible one thing: you either buy subs, or people woke up to your bullshit. Okay? Yeah, Degrassi. Like, people woke up to this bullshit. Anime? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, later, guys. Bye. I'll see you guys Tuesday, probably. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. Thank you for coming.
Too sweet. Too